Hey guys, Nicole here. I wanted to do a quick video just showing you where I keep my oils throughout my home, and also my purse, my workout bag, those kinds of things, because I think how you have them organized and how you access them will make a huge difference in how often you use them. And so I think it's really important. A lot of people probably just put them somewhere and then grab them when they need them. But I've kind of figured out that there are other ways you can encourage yourself to use them throughout the day on a more regular basis. And that's just based on where you have them around you. So I'm going to turn this around and show you where all I have oils in my home. Okay, so the main place where I keep my oils and my oil goodies are in this nook that's in our living room, which is on the main floor, so it's pretty close to our kitchen, which is really nice. Now, it is important to have like a main area where you keep them, but then I'm going to show you some other tips and tricks for using them more regularly. So I will come here if I'm looking for a specific oil. I will come here. I have them alphabetized. I have this shelf unit here that I got at a garage sale for like $10. It's perfect because they're small, they're shorter shelves, and so it's perfect for the oils. And I obviously haven't filled it up. I have quite a few. A lot of these I've gotten for free through Essential Rewards, and they do have also a system where if you order so much per month, you get a bunch of free oils as well. But anyway, I keep most of them here. And then like if I'm making recipes, I'll just grab the ones I need, or if I need a specific oil to throw in my purse or for a specific purpose, then I come here. They're alphabetized, easy to find. I do keep, they have some like sectional oils, like where they have like a grouping of them. You can buy as a group or individually, but they have like the kids line that are already pre-diluted, and then I have the Oola collection. The fitness one is in my fitness bag. So other than that, everything else is alphabetized. You can see there's a bunch of missing spots because I've just made my fitness. I'm trying to figure out my fitness regimen with using oils as part of my routine, and so I have a whole bunch pulled right now to figure out how I want to use that. Here I have a bit of a mess. This is a coffee nook too. Yeah, it's a great space. So then I just ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon because, like I mentioned in my intro video, I'm in the process of figuring out how to make a bunch of my own stuff. So my own lotions, lip balms, cleaning supplies, all that kind of stuff. So I just grabbed, I had noticed quite a few things showing up in recipes that I didn't have on hand and didn't know where to get. So I just ordered it off of Amazon, and like shea butter and mango butter and just different things. I'm just excited to play and try to make some different things, especially for like body care. And then this is just a pile that needs to be organized. But I wanted to show you that I do, these books are so great. They're from, I think it's Life Science. Is a great website where you can buy like all your bottles and containers if you want to make your own roller bottles or make your own goodies. I think it's Life Science. Hold on. Yeah, lifescience.com. It's a great website. These books are like $4 or $5, and they're great resources for making your own supplies or just learning extra about oils. And then I just have a bunch of other stuff that I need to organize and put away. And then down here I have these old sewing drawers that I use to organize all the different containers and things that I've collected to start making things, or that I pull from. I have a little dish here that has spray bottles, and you want to use glass bottles because basically what the oils do is they will, if you put it in plastic, they're going to start eating away at the plastic because plastic has toxins in it. And then what it's going to be doing is then pulling those toxins into whatever you just made. And so you want glass bottles. I also keep, as you can see, I've used up a lot of bottles. I do keep my old bottles because you can reuse them. You basically can just take this out, and then you could add whatever you want in there. So for instance, with this, it had lavender in it, which means it probably still has some, on the inside. A popular allergy combination is lavender, lemon, and peppermint. So I could just add in some lavender, lemon, peppermint, and then relabel it. And this is my allergy oil. It's a combo that I've made. So, keeping those old bottles is a very cost-effective way, and then you can make your own combinations and have fun with that. So anyway, so that's where I keep all my goodies. And all this will eventually go down here. I just got to get it organized and make sure that my dog's not going to get into it, that kind of thing. And then again, my main oil stash there. So I'm going to pause you and keep moving along here. Oh, there's a bunch of bottles there too. So I have a lot on hand because I'm always making stuff. Okay, my diffuser is here. It's just in the middle of the living room. And this is the one I got with my intro package. You got a diffuser and 10 oils and a bunch of other stuff. And what I do is I keep a bowl next to it. And then if there are seasonal scents, or maybe if you have a bunch of family coming, there are certain oils that are good, like there's one called Gathering, or there's one that's specific to keeping yourself sane when you have lots of people coming to your house. Right now I have Thieves in there because we're in that cold and flu season and we're trying to keep healthy. Kids are back to school, all that kind of stuff. We're also going on a vacation, so I want to make sure we don't get the flu and get sick. So I'm trying to keep everything sanitary as possible and clean. And so Thieves is a really good one for keeping sickness away. And so, but like I will find recipes, like fall recipes, where you can add in some different, 3 or 4 oils together, and you get this really beautiful fall smell. It's basically kind of like creating your own liquid candle, basically. And so what I'll do is I'll put those few oils in this bowl, and then, I'll have them all there ready to go when I'm ready to, get the diffuser going with this particular scent. And I'll do that seasonally. So in the summer, I'll get the citrus oils in there and have citrus oils diffusing. There's all kinds of fun combos out there. If it's allergy season, I'll put the lemon, lavender, peppermint all together in the diffuser. And so I'll leave those in here because it's that time I need to use it consistently. So that is another tip, is just to have a little container next to your diffuser, and then have what oils you're really wanting to use at that point in time in your life and that season next to the diffuser. Okay, this is in my kitchen. It's just a little section of our counter, and it's just a nice little go-to place when I'm ready to take my supplements or make my own capsules, or things that maybe the whole family needs to access pretty easily, or maybe roller or blends that I've made that for specific things. For instance, I made one, it might be, actually I think it is in my purse, but I made one that's for itch relief. Oh, here it is. I made this little, it's just a little roller ball, called Itch Stick. And I just found a recipe that is supposed to help take the itch away. So if the kids are outside playing, they come in with a mosquito bite, they can just roll this directly on it. And any vitality oils I keep in here, and I'll talk about the difference, which there is none. It's just how they're labeled. But if they're labeled vitality, then I just keep them in here because these are the ones that have been labeled for consumption. And so I keep all the vitality oils, or any oils that are purposefully for, dietary purposes, I keep in the kitchen. That just makes sense. And then just some different blends I've made, like this room freshening I keep. It's just like a room spray, but it doesn't have all the chemicals and stuff that you get in the other ones. I've made sleepy mix, so I'll go through when I'm washing sheets, I'll go through and spray this on the mattresses, and also on their sheets as well too. Sometimes if we really need to get a good night of sleep. Thieves hand purifier, I have these stashed everywhere, and my girls' book bags, in my purse here, so they come in from outside. Granted, they could just wash their hands, but if they're, whatever, I have it here as well. And then again, supplements, and I'll talk about those but on their own, but they do have not just supplements, but they also have like vitamins. And so my kids take right now the Mighty Zymes, and there's a couple different kids, and I think I'm going to get them on both, and just some different supplements, which I'll talk about in a different video. But I just keep all that stuff that would make sense to be in a kitchen there. And then here I have, so coconut oil can be used as your carrier oil, because when you apply oils to your skin, or even ingest them, you usually want to have a carrier oil. There's some oils you can put on neat and be okay. But there's some oils that you really need to have a carrier oil, and they will have a direction on the bottle on how to, like, how many drops of carrier oil to how many drops of the oil. But so I keep a big old jar of coconut oil here, but then I also got the V6 from Young Living because this is easier to fill, to use for the kids, and also like if I'm filling a capsule or a bottle, it's just easier to do it with this type of situation. So I just bought a big refillable bottle or a refill, and then I just refill this bottle and reuse it. Orthosport, I am just getting back into working out. My daughter's in cross country. My husband is getting old and needs this. So I have this here for everyone to use if they have a sore knee or they have hamstrings or they're, you know what I mean, they're sore after a workout or after a run. We can just throw, it's already pre-diluted, and you can just put it on your hands and then rub it where you need to. And these actually I didn't make. I co-own a consignment shop and coffee shop, and one of my vendors had made this, but they're made from essential oils. And I had bought some and just have these here. So cold and congestion rub, put on the chest, and then bug away. We just rub this on ourselves before we go outside or go on a walk or whatever. So these are things I can eventually make on my own, but I just bought them because I wanted to support my vendor, and also because I was excited about the fact they had oils in them. So those are there because those are family use. So here's another place where I keep my oils organized and my Young Living supplements organized so that they're very accessible to me in a place that makes sense. Okay. So I also keep a couple oils down in my scrapbook room, which I'm not going to show you. And also my kids each have diffusers in their rooms, but I don't really have them keep oils in their rooms. They can just come up and grab what they need. But they do each have, my oldest daughter has a little case that I purchased for her that's specific for oils that she keeps with her, and she uses some oils while she's at school for focus. She uses them before cross country for, like peppermint's a really good one to kind of keep you cooled down and also oxygenate your blood, which is always good for working out. And then my youngest has a roller ball that she keeps in her backpack that's for focus. And so she just puts it on her temples before a test, before school, before homework. And she swears by it. Like the first day of school, the first question I asked her was, "Hey, honey, how was your day?" Like a typical mom would, on her first day of school. And her first response was nothing about the day. She was like, "Mom, those focus oils worked so good." Like my 10-year-old noticed a ginormous difference. And that was so awesome to hear. So anyway, on the left here, this is my workout bag. And so this is a ton of oils, and this is not how it's going to be all the time. But I just listened, the last 2 podcasts on Essential Oil Revolution are specific to fitness. And so I've been listening to those. I've listened to them each probably twice. And I'm just like pulling oil, as they're saying, oils and supplements, I'm just pulling them, and I just need to figure out what's going to work for me. I know for sure peppermint is a really good one. I mentioned that before. It's just good. The properties that are in it help oxygenate your blood, which is good for running, for exercise. And so that's a good one, and just for energy. And then there's some other ones. I have this fitness one from the Ula, which I've never used that before. I'm excited to try that. Lemon is great for water, you can add peppermint as well to your water, but lemon is really good to add to your water. And then I have this energy, and there's all these different ones that they've talked about. Like you can, figure out how to use it for yourself. So I just pulled them all, and I'm going to just play with them and figure out what works for me. Like this Envision, I thought would be a good motivational one. Valor is supposed to be one that just kind of gets you the courage and the get her done kind of mode. That's a really good one for kids, especially if they're having troubles at school, or they get nervous, or they don't want to go to school, or they're maybe having a rough time. Valor is supposed to be a really good one. Idaho Balsam Fir is supposed to be a good one. So I'm just going to play and just figure out what works for me. But these were ones that have been mentioned in those other videos. And then this is my everyday, I use these all the time, oils that I keep in my purse. So I always have them with me, and some of them are roller blends, some are just the oils themselves. And so just to show you some examples, like DeG's is for, digestive type of things. Tummy G's and is for the kids, so it's already pre-diluted. Peace and Calming is a good one. So if you have a stressful situation coming up, I actually have that mostly in here for the kiddos. There's also one called Stress Away that I'm out of. It should be in the mail here soon. Stress Away is a good one. So it's just good for the kids. I can have them put it on. I can put it in the car. I have a little vent diffuser in the car, which doesn't work the greatest. I think I'm going to get one that plugs in and actually puts mist in the air. Tea tree is good for skin blemishes, but it's also good for like anti-lice, since we're now into school. That's kind of important. So I gotta sit down here. I'm plugged in, so I'm kind of limited to where I can go here. What else do I got? Frankincense, that is like just an overall great one for so many things. For skin, if you're having a rough time, if I'm having a bad day, obviously it's very good for like spiritual awareness and things like that, which makes sense when you think about how we all know frankincense. It's true to that. I have a Valor roll-on here. Vetiver is, I mentioned that's my oil. It kept popping up in a lot of these blends I was making for energy and focus and getting it done. And then so when I opened it to make one of those roller balls, I was like, oh, that is such a great oil. Peppermint, great also for nausea. So my oldest daughter, when she has a tummy ache, will use peppermint. It's also good for constipation. You could just put it in the toilet, put a drop in the toilet, sit down, good to go. Genius, again, for school, for the kiddos. And then this, I haven't really played with this very much. I just got this, I actually got this free with my last order because I ordered a certain amount, Rutavala. I think it's kind of a good everyday oil, but I need to research it more to see what it's good for. I have lavender is a must. That is good for so many things. This is Joy and Valor mixed together. So for crabby, or this would be good just right before school or right before you start your day. Let's see, and then we have, this is called Balance. So I've been having a really hard time lately with finding balance just in lots of different things. Our schedules are changing and we're changing things at work. And so this has been good to just throw on my wrist at the beginning of the day. This one's called Feeling Icky, and you put it along your spine. And so I just labeled it so I remembered what to do with it. And I don't remember what's all in it, but it was a recipe I found. And so if we're away from home and the girls aren't feeling good, or even if we're at home, I can pull this out and just put this along their spine. Along with bottoms of the feet is a good place as well. And then I just have this little dropper here with carrier oil. So if I need to mix it with a regular oil. I have an allergy trio, which is your lavender, lemon, and peppermint. If someone's having struggle with breathing, a focus blend, which I made also each one of these for each of my kids. So we have 3 of these. I think I made my husband one too, actually. He's been just working a lot on some presentations. And so I think all 4 of us have one of those blends, one of those roller bottles. Joy and Valor as a spray mist. So I can actually spray this into the car, see how it the oils separate. I can just spray it or mix it, spray it in the car, and that could be good for all of us on an early morning that we're maybe stressed out. This is for headache, so just a blend that is supposed to be good for a headache, which, that's kind of one of those common things that you have throughout your day. I think that's it. So what's this one? Oh, Get Stuff Done. This is my favorite, so I'll put it on the back of my neck, behind my ears, on my wrists. And it just is supposed to help you get your energy to get moving. You can also put these, some of these, the frankincense. I know the Joy, you can put on directly over your heart. So if it's maybe an emotional oil, or the purpose of it is emotional, you could put it over your heart as well. Valor over your heart would be good. And then I'll talk in more detail in the future about all the ways to apply oils, where to put them, those kinds of things. But I just wanted to show this to you. And I got this cute little bag from Amazon, and it's this brand called, oops, I can't close it now. What did I do? Okay, it's this brand called So Grown, and you actually can put oils on this wood piece here, and so it'll smell yummy. But I just keep this in my purse. It just goes directly in. I have a big purse, and so it works good, but I always have these with me then. So if I need them, I have them. And this will stay in this is a Young Living one, and I need to get, Oh, that wasn't good. I need to get a bigger one because these only take 5 milliliter bottles and I have a lot of 15 milliliter bottles, but it'll work. So especially once I wheedle it down a little bit. So this will just go into this bag here. And like I said, my kids each have their own little either roller blends or bag full of goodies for their individual needs. You know, they're in that hormonal stage. They are in need of different oils than I am. And so we just have to figure out what works for each of us. And then I make sure they have access to them throughout the day. So anyway, that is just a quick lowdown of how I keep my oils organized, and I think that this really helps me actually use them, especially making up your own little blends and having the roller bottles. That makes it so much easier when you're on the go to apply to yourself. So those are really handy. So that is it. I will be back soon with another video, and until then, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.